What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Rob, and welcome to this video. If this is your first time on this channel, by all means, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell for future videos like this one. In this video, I'm doing a quick revisit of the Galaxy Fold 3. It's been a little bit over 3 months since I've had this phone, and again, I like to say I thoroughly have been enjoying this phone. It's a pretty nice phone. It's one of the most unique phones that has came out this year, and by all means is probably one of the leading candidates for phone of the year. Now, despite some of the phone's shortcomings, there are a lot more great things about this phone that makes this phone unique. First off, the build. I do like the phone when it's in this mode. Very sleek, very easy to hold. The S Pen features, everything, the writing surface, this display, everything is just beautiful, and the colors pop. I do appreciate the fact that it does come with a screen protector. I do know there are some people who has removed the screen protector. I've pretty much been rocking out the same screen protector that has came with this phone from day one, and I really haven't had any problems with them. The one thing though that a lot of people may not like is the bulkiness of the phone when it's in a folded mode. That pretty much is part of the deal when it comes to buying foldable phones. You're gonna have to deal with the bulk when the phone is in this mode. One drawback, I do wish the phone was a little bit wider. I think this is a 7x6 form factor. This phone, 7x8. I'm quite sure somebody's going to correct me down below. But if this phone was more along the lines a mil or two wider, I think it'll be a lot more usable phone when it's folded. More screen real estate is something that I would really appreciate if the phone, was a little wider, and make the foldable side a much more usable side of the phone. A unique thing, Samsung was perfecting their ultrasonic fingerprint sensor that was on their display. I kind of wish that they did it with this phone, where you had it on, where you can pick whatever side of the phone you want it on. If you're left-handed, you can hold the phone, hit the ultrasonic, boom, you're in. If you're right-handed, hit the phone, hit the ultrasonic fingerprint, and you're in. I think that would have been pretty cool to have, but at the same time, maybe Samsung didn't want to have a lot of different fingerprint sensors on the phone, because I'm assuming if you have one here and one there, you will have to have one on the folded side. But at least maybe one ultrasonic fingerprint sensor would have been cool. It's kind of cool that it's on the side, but I think from a comfort standpoint, if you're trying to use this fold one-handed, it would have been cool to have an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor on this, especially on the right hand side, because the majority of people are right-handed. Hate to say that, lefties, but it's true. One of the things that is also unique is I like the way they kept the bulk of the camera hump down to a minimal. I think that's pretty cool, especially when you wear a case. When you put a case on this, it balances the phone. You don't get a lot of rockiness. So keeping that camera bulk down was good. The hinge, very smooth, has a lot of durability built into it. I like the look of it, Samsung branding. Again, the display is vivid colors, reproduction. I like the saturation that Samsung phones bring to the table. A lot of people, I never heard really complain about the color saturation when it comes to Samsung phones. And over the last 3 months, I really haven't had any problems with it. The speakers on this phone are pretty good. The sounds are clean, music, everything like that is crisp and on point. And like I said, the speakers are pretty good. So let me go ahead and get my microphone pretty close to and let you hear how it sounds real quick. Now the sound coming from the actual, like I said, the speakers itself, like I said, they're good, but they don't give you a lot of bass. I think because of the way how flat this phone is in comparison to other phones, like the Note, for example, and the Samsung 21 Ultra, you have a much more bigger chassis. So therefore, I think sounds echo a lot better from within the phone. And like I said, the thin build of this phone kind of take away from the bass. And at high volumes, you know, it moves from being good to barely average. So, I mean, that's one of the drawbacks. It's also kind of, I mean, like I said, it's one of the drawbacks to the phone, but it all depends on what type of media you listen to. And most people pretty much listen to a majority of their music through headphones. So I think a lot of, you know, the disappointment you may get from the speakers can be nullified based on people's habits of listening to music through their headphones. Again, the cameras are pretty decent. Again, I do believe that if you put these cameras into a good lighting situation, they will produce great pictures for you. But if you're in a poor lit situation, or the area is not don't offer a lot of ambient lighting, then this camera, you might be asking this camera to do a little bit too much for you. So be aware, keep this camera in the best lit situations, and you really shouldn't have any problems with it. But like I said, it's another thing that I know Samsung could improve, and I'm quite sure we'll probably see the most improvement of the cameras in the next fold. Battery life. Now, battery life is somewhat disappointing, but yet understandable. Now let me explain. Now you gotta understand, this battery is powering a very large display, and then when you close the phone, it's got to power a display on the other side. It also, Samsung One UI software on top of regular Android does draw a lot of battery as far as getting, you know, its usage. And at the same time, Samsung does try to offer you ways to fix it by putting your phone in battery saving mode and other things like that. But you pretty much don't really think of that unless you really are aware of a lot of those little extra features that your phone have. So for the most part, I think people in general who don't really use a lot of those little extra features that the phone provides you may be somewhat disappointed with the actual battery life of this phone. Again, it just has this, I think it just feels like it drains a little faster than most flagship phones, but yet at the same time, you can pretty much get through an entire day. You just may be coming home on fumes instead of coming in at 10 or 20%. But that's just my usage. Again, battery life is very subjective. So just based on my personal view, I think the battery could be better, and I wish it was. And since I mentioned the software, the One UI, it is running very smooth, doesn't sputter. Again, I like the way it works with Android, and actually just the ability of this phone to give you features that's very similar to the Note from a software standpoint, give you all the ability to customize the phone, all the little unique features Samsung One UI brings to this phone pretty much adds to the actual what makes this phone great. Now again, like I said, I wish One UI was a little bit more sleeker as far as how much of your internal storage it does take up, but overall I do understand, the feature-rich software that One UI brings to the table, and what Samsung's goal is to give you pretty much more bang for your buck. And I really can't knock them for that. But again, I really like this phone. So in conclusion, it's been around the 90-day mark, like I said, and the Fold to me is still one of the best phones of the year, despite some of its shortfalls. and with some easily improved software updates and other things, this could be an even better phone, and I'm looking forward to this phone to be even better next year. So again, that pretty much does it with my first 90 days revisit with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold. I still use this phone. It is in the rotation for me, and until something shows up to knock it out of my rotation, I will be using this phone pretty much, I think, till we get into Galaxy season. So again, if this is your first time to my channel, by all means hit that subscribe button and that notification bell for more videos like this. And for the most part, I appreciate each and every last one of you guys again. And other than that, I check you guys in the next video. I'm out.